If you follow the world of anime, you've probably noticed that Donghua's, Chinese animations, are gaining more and more space on the global stage. 2025, in particular, was the year that truly established China as an animation powerhouse, bringing works with stunning visuals, innovative stories, and productions that compete head-to-head with the best Japanese anime. Today, let's dive into the best Chinese anime of 2025, exploring what makes each of them special, their plots, and why they're being so highly praised by fans around the world. To Be Hero. Let's start with the one that, without a doubt, became a hot topic on social media right from its release. To Be Hero X. This anime is a co-production between China and Japan, and it already drew attention thanks to the direction of Lee Howling and the soundtrack by Hiroyuki Sawano, famous for his work on Attack on Titan and Kill la Kill. Just mentioning those names gives you an idea of the project's weight. But what makes To Be Hero X so unique? The premise is simple yet brilliant. In a world where heroes gain power from the faith people place in them, relevance is literally a matter of survival. Imagine that if the public doesn't believe in you, your powers weaken, and you risk being forgotten, or even eliminated altogether. It's a very clever critique of celebrity culture and how much society depends on public image. The mix of sharp humor, intense action scenes, and an aesthetic that blends 2D and 3D techniques makes the anime stand out. It's no exaggeration to say that many already consider it a turning point for Chinese animation, precisely because it dares to create something visually fresh and narratively sharp. To Be Hero X is funny, thought-provoking, and at the same time, packed with adrenaline. Lord of the Mysteries. If there's one adaptation that made waves in 2025, it's Lord of the Mysteries. Based on one of the most read and praised Chinese web novels of recent years, this series mixes dark fantasy, steampunk elements, and a touch of Lovecraftian horror. From that description alone, you can tell we're not talking about an ordinary anime. The story follows Klein Moretti, a man who gets caught up in a universe of secret societies, mystical powers, and complex conspiracies. Unlike the traditional cultivation narratives that dominate Donghua's, here we have a denser, more psychological plot, where every detail matters, and where cosmic horror blends with political and religious intrigue. It's a feast for fans of mystery, suspense, and a good dose of unease. The production premiered with a global release including Portuguese dubbing, already showing how much weight the Chinese industry is putting behind its animations. The animation is detailed and atmospheric, and the world building is so immersive that it quickly captivates the viewer. Lord of the Mysteries is not just a fantasy anime, it's a true deep dive experience into a vast and unsettling universe. Ne Zha 2 now. Moving on to cinema, Ne Zha 2 was nothing short of a phenomenon. Released in January 2025, the film not only exceeded all expectations, but also shattered box office records, surpassing the $2 billion mark. That's right, it became the highest-grossing animated film in history, as well as the highest-grossing non-English production ever. The sequel continues the journey of young Ne Zha, a legendary figure from Chinese mythology who has already won fans all over the world. The narrative blends epic fantasy, relentless action, and emotion, diving even deeper into the conflict between fate and free will. Beyond the visual spectacle, the film also moves audiences by exploring the protagonist's dilemmas, showing that mythology can be both current and universal. What makes Ne Zha 2 special is the perfect balance between grandeur and humanity. It's not just a story of gods and monsters, it's a narrative about choices, identity, and the weight of being different in a world that tries to mold you. Link, click, Bridon Arc. If there's one Donghua that managed to win the world over through its emotional weight, it's Link Click. In 2025, we got the special Bridon Arc, which served as a kind of prequel to the main series. This production brought back the characters and the time travel theme, but with a narrative that expanded even further on personal dramas and the consequences of meddling with the past. Link Click has always been praised for balancing mystery, action, and emotion in a unique way. Every episode hits hard, exploring themes like friendship, regret, and destiny. Bridon Arc kept that essence, but also delivered a more refined visual style and a storyline that sets the stage for a possible third season. It's the kind of work that grips you with its story, but leaves its mark through emotion. Anyone who has cried while watching Link Click knows exactly what I mean. Super Cube. Among the surprises of 2025, Super Cube stands out as one of the most praised productions. This Donghua blends action, sci-fi, and mystery with a protagonist who gains strange powers after coming into contact with a mysterious cube. It sounds simple, but the execution is what makes it shine. The anime plunges into a vibrant cyberpunk-style setting, full of neon, advanced technology, and decaying societies. Each episode delivers breathtaking fight scenes combined with a plot that raises questions about identity, power, and even destiny. On top of that, Light Chaser Animation's production is impeccable, proving that the studio is ready to compete directly with Japan's biggest names. Super Cube is considered one of the year's best, precisely because it balances visual spectacle with an engaging story. It's not just another action anime, it's a reflection on how far someone can go when given a power they don't fully understand. Swallowed Star. Another highlight that couldn't be left out is Swallowed Star. This series mixes sci-fi elements with the classic cultivation style, creating a universe where intergalactic battles collide with apocalyptic monsters and futuristic technologies. The protagonist, Luo Feng, continues his journey in a world devastated by alien monsters. What stands out is how the anime combines the spirit of stories about perseverance with grand visuals. The action scenes are impressive, but what really hooks viewers is the character's evolution. The classic growth journey of someone seemingly ordinary who becomes essential to humanity's fate. Swallowed Star is popular because it blends the best of two narrative traditions, epic science fiction and cultivation philosophy. The result? A work that entertains and inspires at the same time. The Legend of Princess Chang'e, Chang'e, leaving sci-fi behind and stepping into historical drama, we have The Legend of Princess Chang'e. Based on a highly acclaimed manhwa, this Donghua features a strong and complex female protagonist. After losing everything in a political coup, Princess Chang'e disguises herself as a man to seek revenge and attempt to rebuild her empire. The anime shines thanks to its engaging narrative and visuals that richly depict the period it portrays. It's a feast for fans of stories full of intrigue, strategy, and moments of pure tension. Moreover, the presence of a female lead who isn't reduced to a sidekick or love interest is something that has won many fans. Chang'e is considered one of the best of 2025 precisely because it offers a dense story, complex characters, and a historical setting that keeps you hooked from start to finish. The Ravages of Time. Season 2. Still in the realm of historical tales, The Ravages of Time returned in 2025 with its second season. This work adapts a classic manhwa that revisits the turbulent era of the Three Kingdoms, one of the most dramatic periods in Chinese history. What sets this production apart is its focus on political intrigue, betrayal, and strategic manipulation. More than just showing grand battles, the anime delves into the characters' minds and explores the game of power in unstable times. The second season raised the intensity even further, cementing the series as one of the most respected in the genre. For those who enjoy Game of Thrones or stories full of political maneuvering, The Ravages of Time is a must-watch. Stellar Transformation Season 6. In terms of longevity, Stellar Transformation stands out. In 2025, the series reached its sixth season, and the most impressive thing is that it still maintains both quality and fan interest. The story of Qin Yu, who seeks his path in a world full of gods, cultivators, and supernatural enemies, remains one of the most epic sagas in the Donghua scene. Each season expands the universe, bringing new challenges and increasingly intense battles. The fact that the production has lasted so long without losing relevance is an achievement in itself. Stellar Transformations is the kind of series that shows the power of Donghua to build rich, long-lasting universes. Ruthless Blade, Capsules. Finally, but by no means least, we have Ruthless Blade, a short film of just 12 minutes that's part of the anthology series Capsules. Despite its brief runtime, the work impresses with its visual beauty and narrative strength. Blending 3D techniques with 2D textures, the short delivers a unique, almost poetic aesthetic. The story is intense and, even in just a few minutes, manages to convey a powerful message about violence, destiny, and human fragility. It's the kind of production that proves animation doesn't need dozens of episodes to be impactful. The year 2025 proved that Donghuas are here to stay. From historical epics like Changgeishing and the Ravages of Time, to vibrant sci-fis like Supercube and Swallowed Star, to innovative experiments like To Be Hero X, and emotional shorts like Ruthless Blade, the variety is astounding. More than that, each of these works shows that Chinese animation is no longer just an alternative to Japanese anime, but is becoming a powerhouse in its own right, with its own identity, style, and unique stories. And if 2025 was this spectacular, we can expect the coming years to bring even more memorable works. So if you haven't yet immersed yourself in the world of Donghuas, now's the time. After all, the best anime of 2025 didn't just come from Japan, they also came from China, ready to win over the world. And if you like this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive our next content. Comment below which of these animes you have already watched and which ones you intend to watch this year. I'll leave it here and see you in the next video.